Hey YouTube, it's your boy Danny, and you know who it is. Anyway, so sorry about that last video, the second to last video. I don't know what order these are going up in, but
it was a synchro there.
The synchro update. Sorry about that. My camera was being very buggy and was just not holding a lot of memory.
But basically, I just want to brief on that. We explained everything. We just did a better explanation on the updates, kind of. Basically,
you got the updates, but you should remember
if
what
you watched
the
last
did.
video.
So anyway, Cyberse update. So Cyberse update. Yeah. So I have the monsters arranged in an order that I want Rudy to go ahead and...
they dropped.
That's great. That I want Rudy to go ahead and show them. So go ahead and hand it to me, Rudy.
Okay, are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Alright.
So the first one we're going to talk about is Lady Debug. Now I want to give a better explanation of these cards and what they do. So Lady Debug basically makes it so that when you normal or special summon her, you can special summon... I mean, you can... I'm already fucking up.
Look at that.
I know.
Put on serious
trying to
mode
put on a serious face. You can add a level 3 or lower Cyberse monster from your deck to hand. So she comes in handy. You want to add backup secretary to special summon her. Get your Link 2 off. Play 2 of her. Play 3 of her. She's good at 3. It's up to you. Next, the woman in question herself.
Danny.
One of my favorite cards, backup secretary. You control a Cyberse monster, you can special summon her. Plain and simple.
I don't know. Seems kind of complicated.
Pretty good card. Pretty good support. Pretty lady. She's
I don't
pretty
know.
cute.
Seems pretty complicated.
She's got sunglasses on.
I don't know.
Anyway, so next card.
I don't know.
Oh, this is the new one from Soul Fusion. This one is the Clock Wyvern. So Clock Wyvern's a very interesting card that when he's I don't believe normal summoned. Yes, normal or special summoned. You can cut his attack in half, and you can special summon a clock token, which the clock token comes out at level 1, 0 attack, 0 defense. Good for making your Linkarebos, and very important for the version of the deck that I'm playing, because this deck is kind of a bully deck. I made it that way to bully your opponent, not really win the game, more of stun your opponent.
So you heard it here from Danny. You got that strong 0 token that he'll attack you with.
Strong 0 token that I will beat you with.
Ugh. Nudge. Next we got 2 Widget Kids.
So Widget Kid is really good. This is the card I was thinking of when I first started the video. When you normal or special summon him, he can special summon a Cyberse monster, level 3 or lower. Pretty good card, pretty good support. I can't say much about it, just play it. I was considering playing it at 3. I have a 3rd copy ready to play at 3, but I felt like he clogs, so and I just didn't have the room.
He says he can't talk much about it, but yeah, there he goes.
I know, right?
Next, we got the Balancer of the deck.
The Balancer Lord, the double summon of the deck. You pay 1,000 life points, and you can get an extra normal summon off. So this card combos well with all of the support. I don't know if you've noticed the theme is special summoning and extra normal summoning, and just getting tokens and having a token Sunday.
I thought the theme was bully.
Yeah, basically.
I thought it was bully.
Yeah, because it's bully whatever month.
Bully for Danny. Yes, that just happened, guys.
Yes, okay. Anyway, if he's banished, which I play Gold Sarcophagus, if he's banished, you can special summon a level 4, I believe. Yes, 1 level 4 or lower monster from your hand. So he's good support, he's a good card. Don't play him at 2, play him at 1 if anything.
It's funny that you say play him at 1, yet you have 2.
I have 2, yeah. I'm playing 2 because I like to be a little bit risky. I like to risk it for the Trisket.
Risk it for the biscuit?
No, the Trisket.
Yes.
Yes.
Anyway, to go on from this, we got these guys.
Yes. So these guys I wanted to talk about all together. We have 2 Protrons, 1 Digitron, and 1 Bitron. And the reason I play these ratios, you can play 3 Protrons, you can play 2 Digitrons, 2 Bitrons. It's up to you how you want to play these. I play these ratios because of how my deck is set up and how the level 3s outweigh the level 4s. I took out Sim Tapiar. It was just being cloggy, and I haven't regretted it since. The fuck?
I dropped them.
Oh, you dropped my cards? Okay.
It should be fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright.
The next card I wanted to talk about is Prompthorn. You tribute a level 3 or lower, and you can special summon, you know it, your boys. Your boys.
I don't know if I'll call them my boys.
They're my boys.
You heard that? Danny has no life.
Protrons and Digitrons are my boys. The internet is my life.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. So, Prompthorn's a really good card.
And
It's...
no
Oh, yeah. They told us to stop saying in our videos. So,
That one's for you.
That one's for you. That one's for the last person that
So
told
is that
me.
all about the
Yeah,
card?
that's all I want to say about Prompthorn. He lets you special summon the Digitrons and the Protrons.
Next we got Dot Scraper.
So Dot Scraper never goes away. He goes to the graveyard, he comes back, he gets banished, he comes back. It's once per duel on both effects, I believe, correct?
Yes.
But good support, good for making Link Evo, and good for making your Link Devotee and your Link Disciple.
He's just the card that keeps on giving.
The card that keeps on giving, that's exactly right. These are the one-ofs I forgot to mention.
Next we got Degrade Buster.
Degrade Buster is the BLS of the deck. You banish 2 Cyberse monsters, and then you can banish a monster with higher attack points than him. So if it has higher than 2,500 attack points, you can banish it using his effect, quick effect. It's a good card. I would play it, especially with the combination of Cyberse Magician, which you heard it, people. Cyberse Magician is in the deck, finally. So I'm happy about that.
Next we got Cyberse White Hat. I believe this is a pretty good card overall.
Oh yeah, overall this is a good card.
Not just for this deck.
In a lot of decks, actually, a lot of decks that link spam.
Or
if
just
you can,
any deck that's main just one type. Basically.
Yeah, basically. Again with my I gotta watch that. I'm gonna count now. Like I'm gonna keep it in my head.
That little countdown down there.
Can start a little countdown. Can future Danny put a countdown right here?
We know that's not gonna happen. We're just joking around.
Yeah, we're joking around about that. We're not that advanced yet. There's no laptops in this.
Yeah, we just discovered the wheel.
Yeah, we just discovered the wheel. We discovered fire in the form of Cyberse White Hat. So when he's used for a link, you can lower your opponent's monsters by 1,000. Very, very, very powerful and very good.
There's the wheel.
There's the wheel. So play Cyberse White Hat, and I would play it at 1, maybe at 2. 2 can clog. It's up to you on the ratios of that one.
No.
Oh, you're not? Okay, all right. Well, give me the next card.
Link Slayer is the next card.
I did that on that time. Yeah, that time I did it on purpose. Anyway, Link Slayer. Shit. Link Slayer is good for. I'm gonna keep doing it, man. Link Slayer is good for special summoning himself when there's nothing on the field. He is a free monster essentially. He's a good combo starter, and then when your opponent controls back row or when you control back row, because I found that out, you can pop your own back row.
Go on, pop it.
Yeah, go on and pop it.
Pop it.
Pop it. You can discard 2 cards. I believe they have to be Cyberse cards. No, just 2 cards, and you can pop those cards.
Next we got our Sea Archive.
Archiver. So Sea Archiver is really cool. This one is an interesting monster that like I very rarely use, but I will explain to you that when it's normal or special summon, if a monster is normal or special summon to a zone that it points to, you can special summon this card from your graveyard, or if it was in your hand, you can special summon it from there as well. But it has to be in your hand at the time of the special summon. So it's not like you can chain and add and chain block and whatnot. Like you have to have it there. So this is a good card, but it's not good in tandem, like multiples. Just play it at 1.
Next we got our Flame Buffalo,
which I've considered taking out, but I like the combo with Link Disciple, where you tribute it, and then when he leaves the field, you can draw 2 cards, and then you get the other draw. So you're drawing 3 cards. You're netting 1 card overall from the discard that you have to do, and the placement of the Cyberse card of the bottom of the deck.
Update alert. We got Ram Powder.
Oh yeah, Round Clouder. The actual Round Clouder. I said in Round Clouder in the last video, but this is Round Clouder. So the other one is just a beater in my example. This one actually tributes a monster to target a Cyberse monster in the graveyard, and you can special summon it. And you can tribute himself. It doesn't say that you can't, and it doesn't stipulate that you can't. You just can't tribute your opponent's monsters, like if Decode Talker points to it and whatnot, because the rule has always been you can't tribute your opponent's monsters unless the effect specifically, unless it's a kaiju. So anyway, next card.
Update. I guess the man
Himself, the man, the myth, the legend,
the monster,
the jump man, Gibbles. This is Gibbles. No, so Cyberse Magician is
effect too.
Yeah, the effect. We'll go ahead and get it in there so that they can see it. Because he's got whopping effect.
We finally got the card.
We finally got the card. We finally got the Cyberse Magician. I'm still waiting for mine to come in the mail. This one I got at Sneak Peek. Thank you to the man who gave it to me. I don't remember his name, but we've traded before. If you see this video, shout out to you. You know who you are.
Yes.
Yes.
A cheer for you.
A cheer for you.
Next, we got a card that needs no explanation.
Oh, these are our spells now. So this is Monster Reborn. No explanation. Play it. It's good.
Yes, it basically reborns your spell cards.
Yes.
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 And then another one, Soul Charge.
Which, no explanation. Play it.
Yes, this revives your traps.
Yes.
And then next we have 3 of
the
Link Monster
this
Reborn.
Is
the Link Monster
in
Reborn.
question. Yes, in question. The 3 of. People would opt to play 2. Some people would opt to play 1. I would say play 3. It's a very powerful card, and it comes in handy. It clutches out, like it really clutches out, like especially when you just get a Linkuriboh and then you reborn Degrade Buster. It's like, what the hell? It's a very powerful card in that sense, that it can change games. It can change your combo strings. You'll find that in this build of the deck, it can change how you fusion summon and how you ritual summon.
You can bully your opponent even more.
Yeah, you can bully them even more. What's next, Rudy?
1 for 1.
So 1 for 1 is in here basically for Dot Scraper. Other cards as well, sometimes Protron, sometimes Prompthorn. But I mostly want it for Dot Scraper, to discard Dot Scraper or to special summon Dot Scraper. Well, yeah, for Linkuriboh. Winkuriboh.
Why not?
I know.
Out of nowhere for the win.
For the win.
Next we got Ghost Sarcophagus.
So this card's going up in price, y'all. Get it while it's high. I believe they're going from $3 to $4 right now, common, and gold rare is going from 4 to 5 or 4 to 6. Like I said, I was gonna do Market Watch for y'all. I still am gonna do Market Watch. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet or how to set it up.
I won't be there because I'll be taking a nap.
Rudy will be taking a nap or playing Destiny, one of the two.
Destiny.
So this is basically in here for Balancer Lord to get that extra effect off, and it's in here for Dot Scraper.
Next we got the 2 hand trap stoppers, or anything else.
The brick stoppers, you mean?
Okay, Danny.
These cards brick on me all the time. I mean, like all the time. Like they brick more often than stopping hand traps. And one of them is German. That's why it says Von Graben. I'm not trying to like flex. I'm just telling you like there's. Really yeah, that's not really a flex, right? Like good. It's like somebody's like, hey, wait, what the hell? What does that say? And it's like, nah, you read it right. It's German. Like.
Are you sure I read it right? Because I can't speak German.
I can't speak German.
Next, we got these 2. I didn't bother to read them.
Oh, Sign It Backdoor. So this is a interesting card. You can banish a Cyberse monster, and then later on it comes back that next standby phase, and you can add a Cyberse monster from your deck with lower attack points, but not equal to. It has to be lower attack points. So this card combos very well with your links, getting them out of your extra monster zone and putting them into your main monster zones. It combos well with Cyberse Magician It combos well with just all around everything in the deck. It's a very good card to play.
Next, we got the 2 one-time pass codes.
So one-time passcode is in here to make one-time passcode token. It's a level 4 token. That's the only stipulation that's bad about it, that it's a level 4 token. But it's a free normal monster. I would even say that you could play this in like a standard deck, maybe like a Goki deck of some kind. It would really help out if it was level 1 tokens, but I'll take what I can get, and the two one-time passcodes have always helped me.
And then next we got the 2 new pickups from the new set today.
So the new set, we have the Cynet Fusion. So this is what lets you go into Clock Dragon, and this basically lets you fusion summon with Lynx that you control and Clock Wyvern. And if you, how do I explain it? If you don't control a monster in your Link zone, you can fusion summon from your graveyard, Lynx in your graveyard, and that is powerful in its own sense. So there's not much more to say about that. It's a fusion card for Cyberse monsters.
And then last we got the card for Cyberse Edition, the
which
last card.
I really wanted to talk about because this card's interesting. Cynet Ritual, or is that what it's called? Yeah, Cynet Ritual.
Isn't this the better of the 2?
Of the 2, yeah. It's better than Cyberse Magician because you can banish Cyberse Magician and this card, and you can get 2 tokens, 2 level 1 tokens, I believe, level 1. Oh no, level 4, sorry. But the tokens are still good, especially getting 2 of them. In this deck, you want tokens, and getting all these tokens, all these different ways of getting tokens.
I mean, for Firewall, that's pretty good.
Yeah, especially. So that's the main deck. It's a 40 card main deck. We counted, believe me, we really did count. Now we're gonna go on to the extra deck. I want to go ahead and talk about the cards in order. I have them of assorted in a way that's not of importance, but of interestingness.
Here, Danny, trying to be all civilized over here.
Civilized. So we have Cyberse Witch. She's the one that lets you grab the ritual and the ritual monster. So she lets you grab Cyberse Magician, and I didn't like her before, but she's a good card to play. She's got really good arrows, and grabbing Cyberse Magician and then special summoning a level 4 from grave is just powerful. Next we have Clock Spartoi. I don't know how to say his name. Ratatouille. What he does is he's basically the one who grabs the fusion card and the Clock Dragon. If you special summon, you can grab the fusion card, the Cynet Fusion, and you can fusion summon with him or not. It's up to you. I'll explain what that means later on because it doesn't make sense right now. What? So now we have the 2 cards that I love going into that a lot of people would opt not to play. We have Link Disciple, who is a level 1, and then we have his combo, his brother, Link Devotee. So you tribute, you get to draw a card, then you get 2 tokens off of Link Devotee. It's a good combo. The tokens are helpful. The tokens are level 2 though.
They're still tokens.
But they're good. So, yeah, a lot of people wouldn't play those cards, but I like them. I like playing them. They help me. Next, we have Honeybot. Honeybot makes it so that neither player can target monsters that this card points to with effects, and they can't be destroyed by battle. So she is a bitch in her own right. And then we have Flame Administrator, which in our Cyberse duels, all the duels with Cyberse, I'm sorry guys, I'm completely sorry. I was wrong about this card. Not 18, 2000. Goes to 2000, not 18. So I've been completely wrong about it the whole time. Bumps up all your Link monsters that you control by 800. Very powerful card. Only played at 1 though. You can only control 1. Then next we have Underclock Taker, because who doesn't like lowering your opponent's attack points? And his arrows are pretty good too. I would say that his arrows are pretty nice. Like if you have Flame Administrator set up, and then you can get the Underclock Taker set up next to him, and then you can get something else set up next to him, like Honeybot, or get Honeybot in between them, and make a Honeybot sandwich.
Did you go there?
Yeah, I went there. So now I'm going to talk about the talkers, and I'm going to talk about my favorite talkers to my least favorite talkers.
He's talking about talking.
So Power Code Talker is my favorite talker. He negates. He quick effect negates. No, not quick effect negates. He quick effect tributes and then gains double the attack points of what his original attack points is. I like him a lot. I like his arrows. The next one is Transcode Talker. He's the Monster Reborn for talkers. So if you lose your Decode Talker or your X-Code Talker or even your Power Code Talker, you can special summon it to an arrow that he points to. And his arrows aren't that bad pointing to the... I gotta look at it because it's confusing me in the camera. Pointing to the left, the up and down. We have Decode Talker up next. I don't really like going into Decode Talker. I go into it a lot, but you're gonna find that I don't really like this card. It's just there for a boost.
And a negate.
And a negate, but it's situational. Yeah. Well, it's once per turn.
I know, still.
Yeah, it's situational. We have X-Code Talker. I go into him a lot as well, which is it's funny. Excuse me.
Big Daddy blocker.
He blocks a space on your opponent's side of the field, and makes it so that you can't use that space.
As long as he's on the field.
As long as he's on the field, and he gives a 500 boost to whatever he points to, and he makes it so that they can't be targeted. So, all these cards are interesting. Up next, we have Firewall, the original bad boy of Lynx, next to Decode Talker, of course. But Firewall was the original rank 4
for the loop.
Yeah, for the loop and whatnot, and he's a pretty good card. Can't say that he's not. Can't say that you can't play without him, but you can play without him now. This card, keep in mind, guys, this deck isn't trying to extra link. This deck is trying to bully your opponent, so remember that. And then we have our mascot. There's our little Linkaribo, Aerobutt. We're going to get some merch going pretty soon because I've had people talk to me about it already. I've had strangers talk to me about it. 2 strangers and like 8 friends talk to me about it. So I'm going to get merch soon. We're little merch, like maybe buttons, maybe 10 t-shirts, limited edition t-shirts, maybe.
Start from the ground.
Yeah, like start from the ground up. And then finally, my last 2 cards are 2 of the new bad boy himself, the Cyberse Clock Dragon.
Why don't you bring it up to see the effects?
Well, I was going to explain the effects to them. Yeah, you're
it.
right. Maybe they want to read it themselves. So, what can I say about this card? It's Clock Wyvern.
He's a beater.
And 1+ monster, which basically means 1 or more. So,
he's a beater.
You go into him using link monsters, and the link monsters that you use, depending on the rating of the amount of link monsters you use, you discard the top cards from your deck, and he gains 1,000 attack points for each card discarded. So take that in and think about that. If you use Linkaribo and Decode Talker, that's 4,000 points added to his 25 that he has. And he's a beater. That's nothing to joke around about. There's a combo, there's a loop that I'll explain eventually. I don't really know it well enough to explain it in this video.
We just got this
card today in the Soul Fusion sneak peek, where you can make it so that he goes to 10,000 using Firewall. It's a hell of a combo, and it bounces everything on your opponent's field back that your opponent controls. You just gotta watch out for traps. Unless he's linked, then you don't have to worry about anything. If he's linked, you don't gotta worry about anything because he's got that effect. He's got that protection effect, where spells and whatnot.
Just spells?
Spells and traps don't do anything, and monster effects. And then if he leaves the field, you can add any spell. Any spell. There's no stipulation to what spell you can add. If he leaves the field, you can add a spell from your deck to your hand. So that is one hell of a card, one hell of a support card. So you saw it here first, guys. This is our update This is our Cyberse deck. Get at us. Follow my Instagram for some more Yugi content. I started promoting the Instagram because I wanted it to be our Instagram for the page. It's Epic Beast Pro 7. I've had that. It's my gamer tag. It's everything. So it's kind of like where you can contact me personally at. Follow the Facebook page. If you want merch, donate to the Patreon. I'm going to start tiers. We're going to get those buttons going. We're going to get t-shirts going for my friends because my friend, like 8 of my friends want t-shirts and 2 strangers want t-shirts. And you guys aren't strangers. You guys are families. I wanted to say that. Sorry, this is getting kind of long-winded, but I wanted to call the fans. I had an idea for the name of the fans. I wanted to call them one stars.
Arrowtails?
No, 1 stars.
I guess we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. I wanted to. My idea was 1 stars, like the 1 star crew, because you guys summon our Linkaribo.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. But anyway, donate to the Patreon. Follow us on Facebook. Follow our social media. We're going to start Twitch streaming. Just wild and crazy guys. We're going to start Twitch streaming. We're going to get all that done. We're going to do Market Watch. We have a lot of things planned for this channel, guys. I know we're new. I know there's a lot of content out there.
We're just real excited.
We're just real excited to do this, and we're real happy to do this. And we're glad that we can be a part of the Yugi Tuber family. So,
catch us on turn 2.
Bye, guys.